Hey everyone, how's it going? Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0, aka Noah, back again with a new video of mine. And this is a bit more of like well, not really a cosplay showcase, but more of like an update slash a revamp on one of my cosplays I've done in the past. And I'm actually wearing part of it already, but this is a video on how I revamped my Peacemaker cosplay from, well, obviously the Peacemaker series and Suicide Squad from 2021. I did a video on this cosplay, like how I pieced it together and all that. I will leave a link down below if you haven't seen that video. I mean, I have done that video like several years ago. Again, link is down below if you want to check out that video of how I made this cosplay. So this is a bit more of a revamp because I really want to bring this cosplay out for other events and several other things that I'll reveal at the end of this video. So I really want to revamp this cosplay and revisit it because it's still one of my few favorite cosplays. It's still in great shape. I just wanted to make some small tweaks to it because it was kind of sort of coming apart and I just wanted to fix it up, make some small changes. So I'm going to go over this video of like the pieces I required, the new things, the little things, the small tweaks here and there, and well, just what I plan to do with it later on in future. So yeah, just to break it down, I'm gonna start from bottom to top to show you how I revamped this cosplay of mine. So the boots, they're still the same. I mean, these are just, these used to be like black rain boots that I added in bits of foam to, that I laid out right here and here. And I actually just sprayed on like a fresh bit of like, I believe it was a blue plasti dip that was really tricky and hard to find. And some of the paint has chipped away, but that's okay because I want them to look roughed up. I want them to look like they've been worn out a bit because, I mean, these are still the same boots as before. So just with a bit more paint added in, but I didn't want to go overboard and add too much because it would just look too gloppy and it was just too messy. So yeah, the boots are still the same, but just repainted. So I still have the same old gun holster. Like before, I got this on Amazon for like 20 bucks. And one of the differences, I actually layered up some blue craft foam and just to cover it up a bit to make it a bit more colorful. And these are just very dark blue pieces of foam that I just cut in circles and just glued them down. It was, just a plain black gun holster, but I did paint it up with some dark blue paints, but the paint just wasn't working out that well, so I pretty much just covered it up with foam because it would just, I mean, this looked a lot better. It seemed a bit more accurate to what Peacemaker has in the series and movie. So yeah, I mean, it's still the same, and it's still the same system of like 2 buttons that just button onto my pants. And just a reminder, these are pants that I got on Amazon for like 20 bucks. I lost track of the price, but these are just plain white jeans that I got on Amazon. And again, they just button on and just like that. Yeah, so the gun holster is still the same, of course, just some foam added in. And I'm still using the same pants as before. One of my only differences is that I've added in some Velcro for the belt, just so that way it stays in place and doesn't flop around. Because one bit of cosplaying advice, if you're wearing a tactical belt, add some Velcro so it doesn't flop around or fall off. And speaking of the belts, it's still the same. It's pretty much just some straps I got at a hobby store and just glue down some blue foam. But yeah, the belt is still the same as before, so nothing changed too much other than I actually have a pouch for my silencer, and it's actually just 3D printed and I got on Etsy. It also came with a gun, which I will get to in a minute, but yeah, the only difference with the belt is the pouch for my silencer. So here are the gloves. Now, these are a lot more different than my old ones. My old gloves actually came from eBay and they were just very dark blue and they were just a bit smaller. but I went to a costume store, well, a vintage costume store not too long ago, and I found these gloves for like 20 bucks, I believe. They're a bit more accurate to what Peacemaker has in the series. I mean, I know there's like a zipper that goes down, and I think the gloves are a bit more flushed like and not like a costume store like. But I saw these. I thought they would make like a perfect perfect new gloves. So, because again, I'm revamping the whole thing, well, most of it. And so these new gloves are perfect. I mean, again, I got these at a vintage costume store and they work perfectly and fit like a glove. Sorry about that pun. Well, sorry, not sorry. So speaking of the gun, this is actually my new one that I got. This is actually a 3D printed gun that came from Etsy. Here's actually, I will leave the name right down in the corner, but this is the seller, and I pretty much kit bashed this thing. I mean, it came as like a kit, but then it was just a matter of piecing it together with with several different types of glue and spray painting it up. And yeah, this is a lot more accurate to what Peacemaker has in the movie and show. I mean, it's a Desert Eagle with a long barrel scope, but yeah. And I also, I did have to pay 10 extra bucks, but came with the silencer as well. And again, this whole thing is 3D printed. I love how it turned out. And the silencer, well, you pretty much just attach it right here like this, just like it is in the movie. And yeah, this is a lot longer, and this is like a lot more accurate. This is like major upgrade that I wanted and needed, and I love how it turned out. But actually, just to compare it, here's my old one. This was just the BB gun that I painted up myself, and I got this at a Comic-Con I went to back in sometime at the end of 2021 at a big time Comic-Con I went to. I did do a tutorial on this, along with the helmet. In fact, I'll leave a link down below if you want to check that video out. Kind of sort of used the same method as this, only there was some sanding and, again, kit bashed this thing together because it was 3D printed. But yeah, just a bit of a comparison. Yeah, the Desert Eagle is a lot longer than this one, but it's a lot more movie accurate and a lot more, just a lot more better. So yeah, this is like major upgrade, and yeah, I mean, I might still hang on to my old one just in case, but it also still fits very well in my gun holster. So yeah, talk about an upgrade with the weapons. So another thing I did do for the cosplay, I've added in a couple of fresh new pieces of foam right here and around the collar, mainly because, he does have this in the show and movie as well. And yeah, I really wanted to try and make it a bit more accurate to what he has in the series and what he wears. And yeah, I mean, at first I did paint it blue, but it was just not showing enough, and it was just fading away. So I just added in a new piece of blue foam to cover it up and make it a bit more popped up a bit. And another thing I did do for the cosplay, I actually took this suit to a tailor's and I had them add in a zipper, mainly because that goes, from right down all the way up to, the collar, way past the collar right here. Mainly because it was just slowly coming apart, and it was getting a bit tricky to put my head in the shirt area. So yeah, I just really wanted this to be simple, easy to just zip down, put my arms in, and just make sure everything is lined up, and then zip it up. And yeah, that's pretty much what I did for the shirts. And finally, the helmet. Now, I will admit, this is still the same old helmet from when I cosplayed as, from when I first cosplayed as Peacemaker, but with some yellow and some blue added in. I pretty much just sanded it down and just painted it, gave it a primer, and then gave it some blue, and taped that up, and then spray painted the whole thing silver. I pretty much used the same method as before when I first painted up my Peacemaker helmet. And I also went with some Mall Master Yellow because it's like that with his new helmet in the series. But yeah, I really wanted to just, just add some upgrades and make it a bit more, well, like it is in the series. But yeah, that's pretty much the helmet, and that's pretty much everything that I did to revamp this cosplay of mine. So that's pretty much a wrap on everything. I really like how it still turns out. Again, I pretty much just salvaged the shirts with all the foam bits here and there, and the pants, and the boots, and, well, same goes for the belts, and more, I guess you could say like half of everything of this cosplay I pretty much changed up to be a bit more movie accurate, a bit more different. I mean, here's my old one from like a shoot that I did a couple months ago. Again, it was cool and stuff. So I guess you could say this is kind of sort of 2.0, kind of. Again, I'm happy with the end result of this cosplay of mine. Who knows? I mean, maybe later on I could end up doing a full official 2.0 where I'm starting over on everything. Maybe I might get a new helmet, because he does end up getting a dozen new helmets throughout the series. Maybe I might get some new weapons like the shield or the sword that he has. Maybe I might even end up doing like that other costume that we see him wearing in the teaser trailer that he's gonna wear in season 2. But hey, I mean, that's, again, I'm happy with what I have right here, and this is definitely good enough for me on me cosplaying as Peacemaker. Again, I'm just revamping this cosplay of mine. I really wanted to just throw this video out there of like, this is what I'm gonna be wearing for future events and conventions, because I will admit, I love and enjoyed the series Peacemaker. I love the character. Season 2 is right around the corner, and I cannot wait. Plus, well, this year also marks the beginning of James Gunn's new DC universe, which I cannot wait to see what's next. And of course, well, if you've been following me on social media, this is actually going to be one of the cosplays I bring out to Dallas FanExpo. Like, this is a big time Comic-Con that I'm really looking forward to, and I cannot wait to see. And I will admit, yes, I really want to meet Peacemaker himself. So, yeah, he's gonna be there, and I cannot wait. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything that I could say about this cosplay of mine, and that's pretty much why I really want to revamp it and revisit this cosplay. I love being Peacemaker. I love the series. I cannot wait for season 2. So thank you guys so much for watching this video of mine. Hope you all liked it. Hope you all learned a thing or two. Again, next weekend, I am going to be attending Dallas FanExpo, aka the big time Comic-Con in Dallas, Texas. This is one of the cosplays I will wear. I will do a lineup later. I will reveal my full lineup later on, but this is one of the cosplays I will wear for the Saturday of the event. Feel free to come up to me, ask me questions. We can talk about comic books, cosplaying, movies. You're welcome to get a picture of me. We can get a picture together. You're welcome to add me for like a interview or a TikTok. I mean, I love doing that stuff. I love meeting fans. I love meeting people who love my work and all that. But thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Looking forward. See you all in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, hit the comments, and hit the thumbs up. That would be very supportive. I would love if you guys did that for me. Don't forget to also follow me on all my social media stuff. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitter. I just might follow you guys right back at you. But till next time, this is Peacemaker out and about, and peace out. Bang.